I see this tag everywhere in Taipei, man. I invited one of the best graffiti artists in Taiwan named FLEKS to do a 2-wall mural in her new studio. And I can't believe that day is today. He arrived here early and wasted no time preparing the wall surfaces and the floor. Once the whole work area was taped up with plastic, it was time to put the white base coat on for both walls. He brought a 3300 PSI airless sprayer as part of his arsenal of tools that made it possible to do it super fast. And after a bit of a funny start with paint shooting everywhere and some cleanup, it went really smooth. Do you run straight water through it first?
Yeah.
Oh,
That looks good. Yeah. And then this one here. Until the paint comes out. And that's it. And then I'll do the same with the hooks. That's it. Yeah, now it's safety valve. Can't accidentally spray.
First shot.
Yeah. Okay, that's not good. I think that's.
I got hammered with paint, man, look.
No, this is the reason. This one fell out.
Here, you want some wipes?
Yeah.
Wipe yourself down, man. Have you always used the name FLEKS?
Yeah. Childhood bedroom. I had a poster of the X-Files.
Yeah.
And I like the X. And then my homie's brother was saying, like, I made like the X file. I used the F, the L, the E, the X, and then my homie's brother was like, use KS, that's more hip hop. So I'm like, alright, I'll go with the KS then. And it just stuck forever.
Is there any meaning behind the name FLEKS?
It just represents me and what I do. So yeah, then I have many different styles and then flex my imagination. I guess that's as deep as it goes. In legal graffiti we have like unwritten rules. There's a lot of young guys. They need to learn the rules of respect. And back in the day it was a little bit easier to teach people with violence, and nowadays
You don't paint over somebody else's piece, right?
on the streets, that's a no-no.
This is awesome.
And if you look at the original, it's very different actually. So it's like based on a piece I've done before with the same sort of overall shape, and then yeah, 3D is just like this.
Do you always go 100% by the drawing, or will you freestyle?
It's more like a reference. Tomorrow, we just send it. So this is what we call a female cap and a male can. So this will not be compatible with my paint. Right. My paint is female and the cap is male. Back in the day, people wouldn't have bags like this with bought caps. They would have like all homemade. Like this is another version of the same type of cap. Still working. If you can still blow air through it, that means it's working.
Wow, you got a lot of caps, man.
So this one can probably do very skinny stuff because it's like a extreme skinny one. These are the stock caps from MTN. This is my favorite product. Yeah, these are the ones I most use which are the skinny level 1 caps. I basically do everything with this when I'm doing a wall like this. This is a fat cap, so you can actually hear the difference. I don't know. Wait. That sound is a little hard, and this is like more high pitched. So you can really tell this is more skinny. There's people who make like all kinds of caps these days. Like there's caps that can go this wide.
Yeah, I saw one guy doing it, man, and the cap
That's
was
actually this
spraying
one.
like a band.
That's
on the
this
wall.
one. That's like,
Oh,
you can hear it's like
a lot of air.
yeah, this is the 81 cap. We basically need a can for each tone of each color. So even there's, if you think of gray to be in between black and white, I would like to have all the tones. And here you can see like a warm gray, more cold gray, this is like a cloud gray. Before I start, I always like to put them in order a little bit.
That's not even all of it, right?
No. This is just what I want to use today. See, this is gray, but it's also blue, so. I think I want to do the kingpin first. This works so far so good, but I feel like if I already spray some, I can be faster. That's like some pipe surrounded by steam. So now we make it a little bit more dirty smoke, you know? Like just raw black, boom. Just dirty. Fun fact, these markers are more expensive than the spray cans. But it's good quality, it's like acrylic. So there will be a little bullet rolling out as well. So what I normally do after I've opened it, to be safe, is tape it a little bit. 3 letters to go. Yeah, so if you have what we call can control, you can actually do real skinny stuff with a fat cap as well, like this, as well as this. And since the rest hasn't been painted yet, I don't need to worry about outside the piece. And most important, I don't want to go into the white. So now my fading will point like this. That's very important for this part of the piece, because it's what we call like a chrome fill, like a chrome effect. So here I'm fading just like whatever and going upwards, but here I need to make sure, especially near the horizon, that I don't fade upwards. And then later I'll go with a real skinny cap to really make it even darker on the top of the horizon. What I like to do with fadings is Not take the next color, but the next color. That way I can just do this. Like a solid color almost. And then I'll take the in-between color. And it's real easy to fade. Okay, that's good. No paint, no gain. This one, shout out to Doom. He showed me how this is like a medical needle that you stick into the, kind of like this. With the sharp edge, you stick it into the original stock cap. You need a lighter to burn this, to like glue it, but you know, it's fine, still working. I can't show it right now because I'm afraid it will clog, but I'll probably use it later today. I feel like I got everything pretty much, but these are quite interesting as well. These colors, transparent colors. They're like,
Really?
like watery, say this is a watery brown, watery white.
So basically the opacity is just way less on it?
Yeah,
Put it up?
yeah, it's just like, especially with the portraits, you can just do like a shading without going over, like without really cutting what you've painted already. It's just kind of like airbrush. I'm like a wholesale user. So like I'm saying, if I had to buy all this for just one job, that would be ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
man.
every time I
How
have
much is one can?
well, the MTNs are 300.
Yeah, about 300
retail.
Do you always store them without the caps?
Yeah, it's kind of, you learn that the hard way. One time when I was younger on my moped, I just feel this cold feeling on my leg. Luckily my scooter had no plastic boards at the time because I had like, you know, the tar black. Yeah. And the whole can was just empty.
God.
On my leg, on my scooter.
It depressed
the
the
road
tire.
behind me. It was just, luckily not that much traffic as here. You take the caps off. This is quite interesting. I might use this today as well. This is like the night quill. It's like super fine, apparently. It's more for, if you have no experience and you want to do super skinny stuff, this is making it easier. So let's see how it works with experience, you know. In Holland we say beter meeverlegen dan onverlegen, which means as much as it's better to have too many than too little. For me, I'm just looking at the layers, right? So this is an important layer, but it's in the front. So we have this one already, so we need to work around it. And in order to finish this one, I need to finish this first. This can is almost empty. Inside there's a straw, right? For some reason they make the straw a little shorter than necessary, so it's like we force it. This is a real aggressive kick. I can really suck it dry. So we are lang fade. So you see, it lasts still quite long for an empty can. And the funny thing is, because of the can being almost empty, it's actually very low pressure now, which is good for like super skinny stuff. But you see, this is a can is really like a brush in a way. See, now it's really empty. All right, so what I normally do is I like to separate my rubbish, so I pop it like this, and now it's recycled because I can just empty it like this. See? And then I can still do it like this here and there. So then, look, if you put like the transparent black to the bottom and the transparent white to the top, woo! See? It's really gonna make it look like a cable. And another thing with the transparent black is cool that you can make like a drop shadow, look. So when I'm doing the girl's face, I'll probably be doing this kind of stuff. Although actually this is the color of the girl's eyes. Let's try. It's also, no, it's just the color, you know, if the color's in my hand with the skinny cap.
Makes sense.
So,
you don't want to put it down.
Like people in garages, usually they use this trick like to keep the cap clean, right? This I think is like common sense. Another thing you can do is spray like this for a long time to lower the pressure. If you really, for example, when I'm gonna do that piece, I'll probably do that with my black to have like a lower pressure for the line work. So you see, I didn't necessarily have to use a marker, but it's just like a little guideline which is handy. Okay, another man down. There we go. Yeah, that works. I keep switching caps to cans and stuff, so I always like to try a little bit. That's why sometimes next to like the legal wall you see these kind of marks, or if you in a train yard you see this on the wall besides the trains, because you just want to make sure the color comes out solid before you really spray it where you want to. But here I'm already putting it in perspective, because maybe later we can use this in the cityscape. I feel like she still needs to have a little bit of highlight on her skin and stuff, but so far I'm okay with this. Now we go back to Louis.
You said €15 for one of these?
Something like that, yeah. Because this is a big size. It's good quality. My dream was owning all these colors. So it's really nice. You can take like that brand can, and then you take the refill and the marker, and it's all the same color. So
Were you always painting robots from the beginning?
no. I really started with traditional graffiti, lettering and stuff like that. At some point with all my commission jobs, started to paint more landscapes, just like the skyline, or you know, like graffiti elements such as a cityscape, Italian landscape, stuff like that. And then when I painted these cityscapes, I didn't want just a cityscape, so I wanted to make it look futuristic. I thought, how about a train with graffiti? that's flying. So they became like my signature spaceships. And I've done that from 2014 till about like 2019 a lot. But then me and my friend, we wanted to paint a big robot in my hometown Eindhoven. And then when we did that, everybody loved it so much, we were like, let's do another one, and another one, and another one. And then during COVID, I couldn't go back to Holland, so I just kept going. Yeah, right now it's kind of like a series that's never ending. I don't know, now people seem to know me for my robots, so yeah, that's how it goes. This says Montana. These guys were first, these guys were second, but these guys were first to register the name. And then they had to go to international court and they lost. So that's why they branded themselves as 94, because that's when they started. And
You mean like 1994?
yeah, so they kind of want to show that they were first by saying 94. But they're both good brands, good quality. It's just that wherever you're based also decides which brand you will go to. Because I'm in Holland, which is next to Germany, and that makes this a little more cheap than this one, which has to come from Spain. I made this myself.
That's sick, dude.
It's like the low budget version of this one. You put the paint in here. Yeah, so this is, I think, what lets the air in, and then this is deciding how much spray. It's like a pot, especially for cleaning the if I have like a alcohol substance, I can just spray it in here. It's got like a little filter, and then I don't spray up the whole room. So now I build up the pressure. I don't really know too much about the numbers. I just know, yeah, it works. So that's already enough, probably for the whole face and some other parts. So, there we go, see?
This is just epic, man. Words can't describe what I think of it. Got the KP card, my last card. I really love this because I don't ever want to forget that, where I came from. Melded with your transformer, that's sick. It's got a KPx cannon. It's got reserves in his other hand. The logo is perfect, dude. It's even better than the actual font. You made it so crispy, man, all the edging. Very nice.
We got Leo, Louis, Louis King.
He told me the first day he went to start painting, he said, the first thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna do Louis. And I said, Louis? Who's Louis? Lui Kang.
Lui Kang.
We got this badass KPx girl. How cool is that? She's got a tag too. Full arm sleeve.
Yeah.
Geisha girl arm sleeve. I love it. I really like this one, man.
Yeah, she's up to something, that's for sure.
She's up to something, man. I think she's onto Louis. I asked him to create like some kind of 3D portal where it would be like the future of the channel, some kind of vision. And this is what he came up with. This is amazing. Put some logos in there, some things that have been a big part of the channel. And got some dudes sending. This right here is cool, man. This Taipei 101. Very cool because, you know, when we're out riding, we can see this thing from everywhere. This KS on the ramp is actually the last two letters of his old school tag that we see everywhere. FLEKS. For me, this guy is you, man.
Yeah, we were saying this is you at the sunrise, just getting your first ride in. And this is me just finishing up my last wall, going back home.
And I asked him to put his tag on the wall. I was actually honored that he said yes, because I see this tag everywhere in Taipei, man, for the last 10 years. I've seen it literally everywhere. And now we have it on our wall in our studio. How badass is that? And here we have the legend, Angel of Death, Hanneman. Slayer's always been a huge part of my life. Ever since I was a young teen, I've been a rabid Slayer fan, and I've been a rabid Hanneman fan. So I asked him to do this tribute for me, playing one of his famous ESP guitars, and this thing is just insane, man. I can't believe it. When I saw this,
I have a feeling I got to know him very well as well during the painting.
when I saw this thing, man, my jaw dropped. I could not believe it. I've seen him live many times, and it looks just like him. Larger than life, too. I love it, man.
Thanks.
Yeah. Dude, this wall is sick. At the end of the day, after the sun sets, the graffiti comes alive.